Hi Clashers, welcome back to Crazy Times with Cool Cat. I'm very excited to bring you another elite clan war recap. Immortal Beast versus a level 15 Japanese clan, and as you can see, Immortal Beast got 111 stars and the Japanese clan got just 103. And guys, the most exciting part about this clan war recap is I'm going to show you a Town Hall 11 getting wrecked by dragon attack, 3 stars using dragons, and here it is. It is their 5 Jan going versus enemy number 2, and as you can see why he opted for a dragon attack versus an almost completely fully white wall maxed out Town Hall 11. It's because all the ADs in this particular base defense are in one side of the base. So he starts by creating a funnel with the baby drags, and then he drops his queen and the king also to ensure that the funnel is created and that the queen goes in. So all the 4 ADs are actually accessible to the queen, as you can see in this base design. So instead of lava loon, maybe people would opt for that, but Immortal Beast guys are different. They decide they want to go with a dragon attack. The CC is lured out, and the CC is just taken care of with the poison, and then out come those mighty flying dragons along with some loons and warden. So he rages them, uses the warden ability. Queen is still alive, lots of loons are there. He uses a haste spell there, and the town hall is almost down now. Another rage is used near the inferno. And look at that guys, it's a maxed out Town Hall 11, but just because the design was such that the air defenses were on one side, Queen got all of them and dragons wrecked this base. What an awesome 3 stars. So this is their 2 Abdul Mateen going versus their top 3. He drops a loon to lure out the CC, and then the CC is poisoned. And as you can see, the idea is to get the queen inside and get to those outer defensive structures, and depending on which side she goes, the rest of the attack is going to follow suit. So usually you just can't predict which way she goes, and the queen is now raged. So now that he's sure that the queen is going to go one way, he drops in the CC P.E.K.K.A, the giants, the bowlers, and wall breakers are dropped, and a jump spell is dropped. And though the king ignores the jump, loads of troops do take the jump spell, and the king goes on one side along with giants, but loads of bowlers go in the middle. The eagle is down, and the queen is also raged, and she is full health. King is almost full health, and as you can see, though the rest of the troops have fizzled out, the heroes are very much alive. So that's more than enough, because the healers are healing the queen. And there's not many defensive structures left at all in this base, other than that lone Tesla and that warden. So the queen is able to very easily take it down, and it's another awesome 3 stars for Immortal Beast. This is once again their 2 Abdul Mateen. He scored a 6-pack this war. So he's going versus enemy number 4. And he's creating a funnel with baby drag, minions, and a bowler. And the idea was to get to all the ADs, and he uses the wall breaker with the bowlers. And but unfortunately, the queen actually wanders away to the side, and it's just the king and 2 bowlers that go in. Nevertheless, still, though the eagle is not down, the CC is taken care of, which is the most important thing in a lava loon attack. And now he starts with the lava loon portion of the attack. He is just left with 2 air defenses to deal with. So that's definitely a pretty easier thing to do than dealing with 3. Though the queen has died, the CC is completely taken care of. And he very beautifully executes the deployment of the loons to ensure that at least the majority of loons are not dead. And he uses a wonderful heal spell near that splash wizard tower, and soon, as you can see, these loons and the lava pups that have popped up, they just wreck this space, clear it out, and it's not even, time is also not even an issue. It's done with plenty of time to spare. And it's another great 3 stars for Abdul Mateen. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The stories And this is their 10, Mr. Grimm, going versus their 5. He starts with a queen walk, drops in a loon to check for any seeking air mines, and then he rages the queen because she's getting targeted by loads of single point defense structures. Then he drops in a baby drag on the other side. This is all to ensure that a proper funnel is created. Then he drops in the CC giants, and out come the king and warden. Warden's ability is used. Bowlers are also dropped there. The enemy CC is out, and they are poisoned. And as you can see, though the queen's ability has been used, she's still in full health. The healers are healing her. And now he starts off with the hawk portion of the attack. This is a boho attack. The king is also pretty much alive. One heal is used and another heal is used to get in to the hogs at the right time. Though the multi-target inferno is really targeting the hogs, another heal is used, and they're no match for the hogs' ability, the hog riders, the speed at which they're clearing the base. And very soon this base is a thing of the past, and it's 3 stars again for Immortal Beast. And Clashers, this is their 3, Reaper, going versus enemy 6. He starts off by placing a loon and his queen, warden, and the healers at the top. He drops a baby drag to make a funnel to ensure that the queen goes down the way he wants. And the queen is raged, and as you can see, she's going down and taking care of that AD and that cannon right now. And she's trying to break open that white wall over there, and so he tries to drop in a wall breaker to assist her so that it's a faster way for the queen to go in. And she's once again raged. The CC troops are out, and they are poisoned. And he drops in another jump spell there, ensuring that she goes in, but the single target inferno locks onto her, so he's forced to use her ability. Then the rest of the troops are all dropped in. The king, warden, all the bowlers, loads of bowlers just go to the side along with the witches, but that doesn't matter because another jump spell is used. And as long as the defenses are pretty far off base, like how this base has been designed, even if the troops do go to the side, whatever go mid is sufficient enough to take care of it. The threats are usually those island infernos, but that was taken care of easily by the queen because she was still alive. And these troops wreck this base, and it's another awesome 3 stars. And this is their 9, I Am Legend, going versus their 7. He goes with one of my favorite attack strategies, Jibo Witch. He drops the giants and then drops the witches and bowlers behind, and jump spells are used. The CC is poisoned, warden ability is used, and loads of bowlers and witches do go mid, though the king goes off to the side. Queen and warden do go into the center. And as you can see, there are a few bowlers and witches on one side, but on the other side, king is almost about to die. The queen's ability is popped, and he's lucky. He gets lucky, and he is able to kill that single target inferno. Usually that's the one that causes a lot of problems. The king is just about to go down, and at this point you do wonder whether this will turn into a 3-star attack. But look at the number of witches, guys. There's so many witches still alive, and they just keep popping out their Larrys, and the Larrys keep distracting, and soon all the defenses are taken down, and the witches really wreck this base, and it's another 3 stars for Immortal Beast. This is their 11, Jaunty, going versus their 9. He starts by dropping in the queen, the warden, and healers. A giant is dropped there to lure out the CC, and CC is surprisingly lava and a loon. Usually they are very annoying because they take away so much of time. So in the end, usually if you have CC lava loon, most of the times it ends up being a very high percentage 2 stars, because just because of that time that lava consumes to be taken down. And as you can see, it's a queen charge. The queen is inside, and now she's taking on the enemy king, and then he is killed. And he drops in a jump spell there, drops in the CC P.E.K.K.A giants and bowlers and wizards behind that, and in the center he drops in the king and rest of the bowlers, and they all converge in a beautiful manner in the center. And one more jump spell is used, leading all the troops into the further compartments, and eagle is about to go down. Queen just took care of the town hall, and though the single target inferno latches onto her, she uses her ability, and soon this base is completely destroyed and it's 3 stars on it. This is their top 1 going versus top 14 base. He starts by using 4 earthquake spells, and it is a Jibo witch. So he just opens up loads of compartments there with that earthquake spell, and then he spams those giants, bowlers and witches. And look at the way they decimate this base. They just tear through this base. Enemy CC is poisoned, and the single target inferno is taken down, but the other single target inferno locks onto the queen, so he is forced to use her ability. But still, as you can see, the troops are tearing down this base. Though none of the heroes have an ability, the king is dead, warden's ability has been used up, queen's ability has also been used up. But still there are loads of witches that are left, and that is the best part of Jibo witch, because you go with like 8 to 10 witches. Usually there is a very strong possibility, very high possibility that the laddies take care of the defenses. And this is another great 3 stars for Immortal Beast. Okay, so this is the 13, Harshal Shukla going versus the 15. He drops in a giant because it's a very easy CC lure, just using a giant, and then the CC is poisoned, and the queen is raged, and then he drops in a loon and a wizard, and he also drops in a baby drag just now, and wall breakers are dropped to ensure that the queen goes in, so it's like a queen charge. And the idea is to get to the eagle as soon as possible. Though the eagle is activated, it's quickly brought down by the queen, and one jump spell is dropped in, then a P.E.K.K.A and bowlers followed by witches, and then the king and rest of the bowlers in the mid are dropped. Though the jump spell actually leads to the town hall compartment, not many troops take in, it's just the queen and few witches, but that's more than enough. And the queen's ability is popped, and as you can see, the bowlers and the king are just tearing through this base. He also drops a loon to take care of that archer tower, and it's just a matter of time. There are plenty of troops left, and it's a very comfortable 3 stars for Immortal Beast. And guys, this is their 4 Knight Rider going versus enemy number 16. He starts by dropping the queen, healers and a loon, and then he drops one more loon to take care of that side Tesla, and a wizard is dropped. And he still hasn't deployed his Grand Warden. Maybe he has plans of dropping it in later. There comes the Grand Warden walking down the lane. So the enemy queen is taken care of right now, and another X-bow is down, and then the P.E.K.K.A is dropped in the corner with bowlers and witches, and then the king with rest of the bowlers, and another P.E.K.K.A is dropped in, and they're all raged, and one single target inferno is down. The CC troops are out and are poisoned, but the eagle is still alive, and the queen is about to tear the eagle down. And the king and P.E.K.K.A are wrecking through rest of the defenses. The bowlers just got the town hall right now, and the queen is about to get locked on by that single target inferno. So he pops out the ability, and both the P.E.K.K.As are still alive, guys. We're in this attack, and the queen goes down, but there are plenty of witches still left, and the warden just went down right now. But you have the healers and bowlers, and the P.E.K.K.As are still alive. So it's pretty finally very easy 3 stars for Immortal Beast. So that's it, Clashers. I hope all of you had great fun watching these incredible Town Hall 11 3-star attacks, and I also hope most of you got to learn a lot of strategies how to take on maximum Town Hall 11s. I'll be back soon with another epic video. Till then, have fun, keep clashing, and rock on. Bye bye, guys.